Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we have a bipartisan dialogue that is taking place in this country, but after Raila Odinga listening closely to the voice from Kenyans, there is no one who is trusting this dialogue. Many Kenyans are asking Raila Odinga to abandon the dialogue and continue with the push for the mass action. Everyone is ready to join the mass action, and as of late, the civil servants will be in front line in that mass action, just in case Raila Odinga will declare the day. And William Ruto, yesterday, he came out and again pleaded with Raila Odinga to stop mass action and allow a dialogue. According to him, he's saying that when he called Raila Odinga my brother, the people from Azimio are questioning him. Why is he calling him my brother rather than calling him Mutu wa Kitandawili? Of course, there is a reason why Azimio is saying that. But again, Ruto is pleading with Raila Odinga to call off mass action. Remember, Raila has said after Ramadan, we are going to continue with the mass action. We will resume to mass action. People are just waiting for him to announce the day. And they will be ready in the street to continue with the push for the mass action. So first of all, listen to William Samoei Ruto begging Raila Odinga to call off mass action and allow a dialogue. Then from where we will continue with this discussion to understand why William Ruto and the Kenyans are speaking a different language.
Na kama rais niliuliza my brother Raila Odinga kwamba tuwache maandamano, tuwache fujo, inaharibu mali ya watu, inaharibu biashara ya watu, damu inamwagika, fujo hiyo na matatizo hiyo yote ambayo katika hii kiwanda. Sasa nimeona tena wanalalamika, wanasema mbona Ruto ameita Raila my brother? Angemuita mtu ya Kenya. Sasa mimi nataka niwaambie hawa jamaa, wacha nirudie tena, my brother Raila Odinga, tuwache maandamano. Kama kumuita Raila Odinga my brother ndio itasaidia, awache maandamano, awache fujo, mali ya watu isiharibike, biashara ya watu isiharibike. Mimi nitamuita my brother mara 10, hata nitaongeza my dear brother.
Now we are continuing the panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And back to this discussion. Now, the truth of the matter is that William Samoei Ruto is taking everything like a joke. Because before he asked those people who are telling him to continue calling Raila Odinga Mutu wa Kitandawili, he should be telling Kenyans immediately after he called for a dialogue. Then he went for opening project in Nyandarua. What kind of language did he use while he was in Nyandarua? In the presence of Gachagua and the people from Mount Kenya region. Ruto was very clear that he is not going to go into a handshake na Mutu wa Kitandawili. He had already called for a dialogue. But he still referred to Raila Odinga as Mutu wa Kitandawili when he was in Mount Kenya region. A language that politicians from Mount Kenya region would want to hear. Because already people like Gachagua are not comfortable with the handshake and they want to blackmail him. So he succumbed to blackmail. And that was the reason why Azimio told Ruto to continue just referring to Raila Odinga as Mtu wa Kitendawili the way he has always done it. So you must understand, because you cannot call for ceasefire, then you continue using such kind of a language. When he was issuing his speech, he referred to Raila Odinga as my brother. That was acceptable because it was the beginning of a dialogue. So what Kenyans hoped for was that we will see a William Ruto who will continue with that kind of spirit and the tone in his speech. But in a blink of an eye, he was on rooftop of his vehicle, referring to Raila as Mtu wa Kitendawili. From there, those people, millions of Kenyans who believe that Raila won election and they voted for him, they realize William Ruto is an untruthful person. Because of that, Raila should immediately call off that dialogue and pursue the mass action way. Ruto was not coming with clean hands in the dialogue. That is the first message Ruto must understand. Number two, the first issue that Azimio and Kenyans wanted to be on the table is the cost of living, price of unga. And Raila told William Ruto, we will not go into a dialogue not unless you lower down the price of unga. That is the first step for this dialogue. But then, we saw how the UDA side behaved. And yesterday, we have seen William Ruto instructing his bloggers to start selling unga on social media, cheap unga on social media. Something that you cannot find in any shop in your village, something you cannot find in any supermarket in this country. But it is selling on social media. Hot air on social media being sold to Kenyans. That also confirmed that Ruto is not serious for this dialogue. So what you need to understand is that it is not Raila Odinga who is calling for mass action the way he's putting it. Ruto must understand that it is the people in this country, Kenyans, those who voted for Raila Odinga, those who voted for William Samoei Ruto, and many civil servants who have not yet received their salary, who are asking Raila Odinga to go to the street and join them in demonstration, just to lead the mass action. Ni Wakenya ambao wameambia Raila aongoze maandamano. In fact, if you check properly, from the time Raila called off mass action, many people are not happy in this country. The move by which Raila is taking us off now to promise Kenya that mass action is going to continue is because of pressure from Kenyans. Kenyans are pressuring Raila Odinga to take them back to the street. So Ruto must understand, it is not Raila Odinga taking people to the street. It is people who are demanding Raila to take them back to the street. Unless he will understand, then he will continue to cry. And kabla afungue macho, everything will be beyond control. And once everything get out of hands, Ruto should be asking himself, whom will he be leading in this? Atakuwa anaongoza nani? Atakuwa anaongoza nani? There will be no country for him to lead. So Kenyans are saying that William Ruto, his cabinet, the leadership in the National Assembly from majority side do not understand what Kenyans are going through. The only way for them to understand is if they will send a message through mass action. So before, there was no civil servant on the street. And now, today, the people who are asking Raila to lead mass action, largely they are civil servants. So you must understand that people are aware that the executive is misusing funds, and David indeed confirmed this. But civil servants are yet to get salary. The people who are asking for mass action are poor Kenyans who are sleeping on empty stomach. The people who are calling for mass action are jobless Kenyans whom Ruto lied to that is going to provide 1 million jobs every year. The people who are asking for mass action are civil servants who are yet to receive last month's salary. And now we are approaching another new month. So it will be 2 months without a salary. Kenyans cannot get medicine in the hospital because Ruto has refused to fund county governments. And that's the reason why people are saying the only way to speak to William Ruto is through mass action. Today, Ruto wants to control county governments. He's now sponsoring a bill whereby now he wants the National Assembly and the Cabinet to determine before a county government can impose any taxes to the people. Look at that. So, he is literally just reducing the duties and responsibilities of counties and now taking it back to the national government. People are not ready to allow William Samoei Ruto to kill devolution in this country. Because of that, the only language that Ruto will understand, what Kenyans believe, is that Raila must lead them to go back to mass action. So he must understand this. This dialogue might not succeed. People will be back to the street.